So what is with the Kemets? Do you believe on them?
Well, the Kemets, I told you most of the leaders, their leaders, like Jabari is in the Freemason. His wife is a Freemason, Eastern Star. He is of the Greek letter organization, which is actually Freemasonry, but thought like it has nothing to do with Freemasonry, which is lying. Dr. Ben Yohanan was part of the European Union spy organization. He was a spy, an agent, to also a Freemason. So the whole thing is a Freemasonry, and the Kemet thing is just to shut down the Hebrew Israelite movement.
Okay. So you want to say there is not such thing as a Kemet? Because it's even we have Kemets, Pan-African, Kemets, Pan-Africans. Then we have Malema, Julius Malema. We have Antidiop, and all those people. These were all Kemets.
Yeah, when you look at the teacher, it came from many teachers who are Freemasonry. You see, the problem with Kemet is sick. That's all. You know what I'm saying? Kemet is sick. It's a sick thing, you know.
Brother Polite is one of those. Even Malcolm X was talking about the Kemet stinks. So you want to tell all Kemets are sick, or do you want to say that all Kemets are
all those Kemet in America, they are not good. Except maybe the other brother Reggie. Maybe, but even that one, his teacher was Dr. Ben Yohanan. I have the book from him. I have the book from Dr. Ben Yohanan, okay? And that is wrong because the entire thing about what they say about the Israelites and with Egypt, even that thing that Israel is in Egypt like 1500 BCE, that's the wrong timeline. The timeline has been changed by the Edomite, and they are teaching the Edomite timeline, not the real timeline. The real timeline, you see the Israel black.
yes, of course, but there was like they say they are like Africans or something like that. Africans, and all of them were Africans.
Today, 1500 BCE and to 2000 and 1200 BCE, that they teach are the Canaanites, not the Israelites. The Israelites were more older than that.
Mm-hmm. They say the Israelites were never slaved in Egypt, so it was.
Yeah, that's a lie. Of course they were slaves. Of course they were slaves. They have evidence of historical evidence for that one too. Only they are just trying to hide it. They don't want to confess it. And the thing is, they cannot read ancient Kemetic. Even that one is not really decoded. But you see, the difference between Kemetology and Egyptology is this. Kemetology believe that the pyramids were built before 6,000 years, okay, by aliens and stuff like that, or something like this. Or the Egyptians came later and lived there. You get what I'm saying? It was not built by humans. That's what the Kemetology. The Egyptology believe that it was built by the Egyptians by slaves. The Kemetology believes that not. The Kemetology believes that the ancient Egyptian hieroglyphs called Kemetic or Ma'at, okay, and the Kemetic writing was not deciphered yet. It cannot be read because these are symbols. Whereas the Egyptologists believe that you can read it. So they don't even know, they're not even sure of what the if Egyptian think it can read or write, if it can be read or not. You get what I'm saying?
We had in the Egyptians walls, we have West African writings there. It was like that shows us that West African was living there in Egypt, in the ancient Egypt. We have some German archaeologists. They wrote about it that the West African were slaves in Egypt on that time. But the Kemet say those people were Africans, normal Africans, like no Israelites, because the most of the West Africans.
Well, not really. No. They are confusing it.
They say if you see some paintings, they say no, these paintings can't be. All of them are the same looking, and the white one, this is the Hebrew Israelite. The white one that looks most like Aryan or something like that.
Yeah, that is a lie. They say that is a Semite. The black one is a Cushite, and the other one is a Japheth. But the truth is, the Semite that you see, when you look in the history of the Canaanites, that are the Canaanites, which are the people of Libya. When the history, you find out these are the Canaanites.
They are totally looking the same. Even if you see Sudanese people today or Eritrean people, they write this. What kinds of writing is this? Like they have in the Egypt wall. I forget. Yes. The people in Eritrea, they have the same writings today. I was shocked.
Yeah,
even the Somali people, they say they were the Egyptians.
Of course, they were the Egyptians. Many of them went to East Africa, but they didn't just go to East Africa. They went to other places in the world. Some of them are Berbers. Some went to even Europe. Some went to other places in the world, to the Eastern world and the Western world. You see, but really, the one closest to that, the East Africans, you know, and those people in East Africa. Let me say this way. When you look at the schools, the Negroid school, the Israelite school that was found is like West African school. The school that found from the Egyptian is like East African school in size.
The belief system, their belief system from reincarnation, and even like they say they have some pharaohs, Osiris, and all those things. They are like Christ. How can that be?
Where they got it from old books of the Hebrews, because there are ancient prophecies before the Torah, before the thing that was given, because Adam and Eve gave prophecies. The Most High gave Adam and Eve prophecies. This doesn't happen. He gave prophecy, okay? That the Messiah will come. And in the old books. And what happened was, out of Adam, we had Noah. Noah had Tris, Ham, Shem, and Japheth. They also have information. Okay? And what happened was, those information was orally passed down, and some have it written, some have it orally, okay? Mm-hmm. And some of it, which is interpreted as Messiah or something like this, were just practice of fulfilling prophecies for the future, because they are just trying to believe that that is the Messiah. They wanted a Messiah which is early, but the Most High gave a date exactly when they will come. But that would be the only date was what happened just some years ago. And the agreement our Messiah, Yahushua, came. That's why.
Why they had this kind of technology, this high technology? Where did it come from?
Which technology?
Archaeology and astronomy. Maths comes from Egypt.
Okay, astrology and astronomy comes from the
pyramids.
Yeah, astrology and astronomy comes from priests and angelic beings that taught them the magic. You see, what you see in the stars, those pictures, okay? The Egyptians, could be a bull somewhere else, but they represent this is called astro magic. That means a star binding. And star binding involves manipulating the star, making a picture in heaven, in order to create and control the manifested reality. That's using sigil magic with occult power behind it. That is it. I know that.
Like I say, why the was so high? Why was the technology so high-minded?
What do you say?
Why they had the technology was so good formed? Like we today we cannot have, like we cannot do.
What do you mean?
It's like creating pyramids, know exactly about hours and times, and teaching things about stars, moons, and stuff. There was maths and maths. They had a high technology.
I told you these are from angelic beings that came and taught them. It came from angelic beings. There's a long history about that.
Yes, it's the thing that we need too, right? In the Holy Spirit. But the other question is, did they take all the knowledge from the angels? From those.
We have is from Adam, from Noah, okay, which has been degenerated, and from the angels, and from their own magical experience, okay? That's the combined knowledge.
Yes, but I think they have even some knowledge from our people they took to bondage in Egypt.
From Adam and Eve.
Yes, because that cannot be, because even the story from if you know the story from Babylon, they took our people to bondage. The king of Babylon, he took Daniel and he took Nebuchadnezzar. He took our people also to teach them about God, Yah, and all those things, because we are more spiritual. We know some things that they don't know, so they have to use some of our brethren.
Called the magic of the Chaldeans.
Of course.
Yeah.
Very interesting, because the Kemets are another epic group that they comes with a lot of truth, like they think.
Huh?
They have their own truth. They say like this.
Well, they can have their own truth, but you see, Kemet is Kemet. Understand? That is them. But why should I follow a civilization that it never lives in harmony with nature, but destroys nature resources? Kemet is just like America that destroys natural resources. That's not why. The law of the Most High was in harmony with nature. It's a Bushman religion, if you want to have it like this. It's to live with nature.
And what is with they wanted to unite Africa, all those things, the Kemets. What do you think about that?
They may talk about Africa in general.
Yeah, they are like.
Yeah, it's just a manipulation. They just want to manipulate the minds of Africans to block them from understanding that some of them are Israelites. You know, it's here. It is an attack. It's to make sure that they are sleeping in the dark. You see, Israel do not think that they're Israel. They believe they're Kemet. You understand?
But they are also fighting whites and trying to get them back the kingdom.
Yeah,
to Africa.
Right, but you see, Kemet is here ruled by the Freemasons. You understand? You see, those gods can never save us. Because those gods are the gods of the Freemasons. The devil cannot fight the devil.
Exactly. And even they worship in Osiris, things from water, flying things that fly, So even the whole world is worshiping the gods of the Egypts today.
Yeah. They say God, but when they mean God, they mean the God of the Egypt and the Greeks,
Of course.
not the Hebrew God. They don't understand it. They mix it up.
So how can it be that we lost so many people to those Kemets?
Because they brainwash them. Because we didn't teach them ahead of time the truth, the deep thing. See? You don't know fully your Bible, full history, you have not the full books and the full information. And because we went to war and we lost a lot of information and stuff like this, of our own self, of course they can trick you. We have to do our own job. Not allow only white people to teach us. We have to teach our own self. We have to go in the field, in the research.
Because they're using things like, yeah, there's no Christ and stuff like that. Because Christ, we have Christ in Indian, we have Christ in the Kemets, we have Christ in Greek.
Well, that was all where the Christ in Indian, I know all that, I've studied that. That is all a manipulated history. It's all manipulated history. They use carbon dating and stuff like this to make things older than it seems. Person that just died in 1980, bone was taken to be from the grave from a cave. They checked it. The technology says it's like 10,000 years old. A snail that died 2 weeks ago. The technology calculated says 2 million years old. And they know that it died 2 weeks ago. Many examples like this, you get what I'm saying? So based on those technologies and archaeologies and forged history, they make their claim.